guys haven't had Subway in a while. Remember the last time I had Subway? Had a little altercation. So we got chicken breast toasted with white cheese with everything on it. I always get everything on it. Guys, just a bite of this, then we'll just talk, okay? Quick time. Let's go. Nice. Super hungry. Okay. Let me bite into this. When you bite into a sandwich, guys, just mean it, alright? Mmm. We got chicken noodle soup too. I don't know why I got salad. For some reason. Tropicana. The bread's tasting a little different today. Maybe they changed the recipe. Orange juice. Let's go. Nice. Sweet pumpkins. Oh man. Let me ask you. Maybe I'll try your guys' Subway. Put your Subway combo down in the comments there. I want to try it next time, right? Me, personally, I always get Italian herbs and cheese, chicken breast, cold cuts, or what's that, meatball, and what's it, little sweet onion and mayonnaise, and that's it, and toasted. What's your go-to sandwich? Put it down there. Chicken noodle soup. Right. Are you guys watching Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley tonight? Who do you think's gonna win? Put it down in the comment too. I'm sorry to inform you guys, but I will be doing a feast tonight for Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley. But it's all gonna be on my Vietnamese channel. So Dewey, Zuisen, and Lily's gonna be there. Or here tonight. And the video's gonna be up tomorrow. Alright? Alright. Food's in me, I feel good. Now we can talk, right? I went to the same Subway today that I had some altercation with. I kind of felt a little awkward. I think some of you guys mentioned the video to them. I believe the boss was there. I seen the boss. I said hello to the boss. That's about it. But I think the guy that used to work there got fired. I don't know if he did or not, but I'm sorry that he did. If he did. Well, today I didn't see him, so my guess, out of all days, my guess would be he'd been fired. I don't know. Or he quit. I don't know. So if you guys don't know the backstory, okay, my last episode of Subway, where I ordered all the 6 inches just to review it with everything on it, toasted with cheese, yeah, Same sauce, same everything. And then the worker there was throwing a hissy fit. That was the backstory. Dad even tipped the guy $50. Okay. I don't know. A lot of you guys did comment. Some good points, yeah. Nowadays, not a lot of people want to work, right? Like, they just find something to be entitled by, you know? Like, back in the day, I sound so old now where I was just like, back in my days, you know? But to be honest, like, back in my days, like, the 2000s, the 1989s and ups, like, you just work. Like, you just grind. Here, another bite of this. Quick tack. It's got nice. Super listen. Mmm. Let me say this. Mmm. Nobody wants to work no more. Let me phrase that. The new generation doesn't want to work anymore. Majority. Let me phrase that. You find something to complain about, right? Because you still want to work, you know? Even though pay is good, pay here is $15 starting wage, right? To be making sandwiches $50 an hour, that's heavenly. Let me just go through my backstory where I worked $750 an hour back in my day. $7.50. Dishwashing for 6 months, then working in the kitchen. I came in with an order, all the sandwiches. Yeah, it was a little harsh for the guy because he's probably not trained for it, but in the food industry, you gotta be ready for everything. There's a lady in my comment, like I mentioned before too, that did mention, what if a hockey team walks in? Or a soccer team, or a sports team that walks in? You gonna throw a hissy fit? You know? That day it was only me, not a hockey team. Like, if you ever work in the kitchen or the food industry or back of the kitchen, like bills, like tables would go in and bills would be like piling up. I remember the time back in my old days, worked at a restaurant for quite some time. Every time Mother's Day, Father's Day, or any holiday that came around, we had stacks of bills. Just like, it was like appies, steaks and shrimps and chicken. Then it was like ribs and prime ribs and just everything. Like, there was bills, like, when the time came, just like bills, like a stack like this. Like, I already have bills to say I have, like, because when you get a lot of bills, you get like these stick-on bills onto the wall. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's on the wall there that you just try to do like one at a time, one table at a time, one table at a time. But I remember my whole screen, like every year, like the whole screen is like piled with like bills. Like, I was an Appy sandwich guys, like bills, like so much bills. By the end of the bill, there's like a stack of bills, you know? There's like 20 bills lined up, and I have to drop it and cook it all. But at the end of it, there's like a thick bill like this. Like, it's so thick. Like, there's so much people that just came in that they had to wait, you know, for all that 20 to go before I start placing them back. And I kept getting bills and stuff like this. You guys know what I'm saying? But I didn't cry. The moral story is grind. Stop complaining. Stop finding something to be entitled for, you know? Woman up, man up. Come on. What are you doing? Yeah. No hard feelings for the Subway here. I'll leave the address down below. This is the Subway I always go to. Probably the best Subway I always go to. Nice people. It's just that one person that was kind of feeling entitled that one day. I guess he just had his day. That was his day. I don't know. Maybe I'll see him again. He was a nice guy, but just that attitude just kind of threw it off. Like, oh, I love Subway. My favorite spot right here. I actually don't even know where to go with this story, but food's in me. I feel good. I feel like I could just talk for a while now. So I'm just gonna say, where I was gonna go with this story. Yes, stop finding things to feel entitled for. Okay, I worked under a lot of restaurants back in my day. I remember this first restaurant opening. It closed now, but I knew it was gonna close. I knew it was gonna close because of the owner. There was like 10 owners, legit. There was like 10 owners, and all they did was go to the restaurant and taste beer. Like, that's all they did. All they did was go to the restaurant and drink beer. It was like a beer restaurant. It's done now, but where I was going with the story. Okay, this is where I'm going with the story. Okay, I worked at this other restaurant. It was just opening for like a week. Okay, it was the chef, the sous chef, and me in the beginning of it all. It was very cool. It was such a good experience for me. After soft opening, I never seen the chef for a month. The sous chef always came in late. Like, he came in when there was like dinner rush. Like, the sous chef was supposed to be there to like do inventory and just do prep work, right? But in that soft opening that month, it was only me. It was only me doing prep work. I was opening and I was gone by 6 to 7, and it was such a good experience. Like, I did inventory. Like, this sous chef was supposed to do inventory. I was just the cook. I was just the regular cook. I did everything, you know? I legit did everything. I remember there's other two guys too. These two guys are always telling me that these two guys are racist. Like, I was just so confused. But these two guys over here always thought I was the chef or the sous chef, but it was these guys. But these guys always just like disappeared and didn't like go anywhere. Like, they didn't even come in. Like, they came in like late evening just to do the rush, then just like disappear. I don't know why, but then yeah, it was such a good experience. Like, I never felt entitled. Like, I always got something really good out of it, you know? Like, I was so happy just to be in there, just to experience it all, you know? Yeah, that restaurant was kind of messed up because it's kind of like a beer restaurant. If you're watching this, Mike, I still remember you. Okay, this one time I was like cooking, then I don't think it was me or I guess, okay, I'll take blame for it because I was the chef or the sous chef of the beginning of it all. Like, I made this guy or the manager. There was like 10 manager, but there was like this one manager, not Mike from TR's, Mike from the other one. Okay, big shout out to Mike from TR's. You were the man. You legit were the man. You were the one that put me on the spot where you seen something in me, and I appreciate it a lot. Okay, there's one Mike over here, which I do appreciate a lot. He's very tall, handsome too. He's probably watching right now. I really appreciate you for believing in me. He put me in dishwashing for 6 months. Then he's like, Quang, you want to work online? And I was like, yeah. Then he gave me that opportunity. So big shout out to you, Mike. I appreciate it a lot. But then there was another Mike over here, like another restaurant over here. He was a shorter guy. He always had this attitude. I don't know why he has that attitude. But every time, like, this was a beer restaurant. There was 10 manager. Every time the manager was there, all they did was drink beer. Like, they're just like pretending to drink, like, taste beer for some reason. Like, every day I see him having a beer. Just like, oh, what is this beer? Like, I go do the inventory of beers and stuff. I don't know why I'm doing inventory of beers. Like, I was just a cook, you know. And all I see him doing is in the fridge finding a new beer to drink, you know. And I remember him ordering a sandwich, and there was like a middle of the tomato, like the hard part, in his sandwich, and he came back all pissed off, like so entitled. He's just like, Quang, did you cut this? Then I was like, yes, I did. Like, I man up to it. I was like, yes, I did, but I don't remember doing it though. But I was like, yes, I did, because I don't know. I felt like a boss, not a boss, like the head chef there. So I had to take blame for it, right? And I was like, yes, I did cut that. Then he's like, next time, he legit did this. Next time, don't do this. Like, he was pissed off. He just pissed. Like, he was so pissed off. Like, I smelled the beer in his mouth. Like, he's just like, he's so pissed off. He's like, next time, don't do this. Like, I bit into this and almost chipped a tooth. I was like, okay, sorry, Mike. Like, legit, he was so upset, but it didn't get to me. I was just like, oh man, this guy's so entitled too. Like, he's so entitled to. I don't know what he's so entitled to, but I guess I just used that word out of nowhere. But he was just an ass. Yeah, but moral of the story, where I was going with the story, moral of the story, don't feel entitled. You know, don't find things to be entitled by. Like, you work for that work experience, right? If you grind and you just pump out whatever it is that you're doing right now, if you're having problems with the manager or whatever it is, don't put yourself in a situation where you are like not enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, you can just move on, right, to another job. But to be honest, if you stay there, you always will grab something positive from it. If you work at some place and grab negative and negative and negative only, it's gonna affect you in the future. Why is it gonna affect you in the future? Because you're always gonna be haunted by that, you know? If you leave a restaurant where they're treating you like crap, but you get something so good out of it, like, hey, I'll never be in the position where I'll be treated like this ever again, you know? That's something positive, right? It's like, I know better. It's just like, kind of things like that. It's just like, hey, I've learned something from this job, right? Something like that, right? But never have something so negative toward something or someone. You know what I'm saying? In the end of the day, you grinding at a young age is pretty much working yourself for the future. For yourself, you know? If you feel entitled every time you work at some place or feel some type of way of some place and get some like negative energy from the some place, it's gonna affect you in the future. Your whole mindset just like switch to this one way of thinking where it's just like you just feel entitled throughout your life. You know, you can't take negative things and bring it to the future, because your future is something where you have to be held accountable for. You know what I'm saying? Did that even make sense? I don't know.